Yeah, man. Flipping subscribe. You know it there. You see it there.
Subscribe,
you know
like, share. If you
there.
enjoy this podcast, we've got 100 and something subscribers on this channel.
Do it,
we do a lot of stuff. Subscribe, watch, like, just all you gotta do is press the button.
Come on.
And then knock out.
Enjoy the show. Yeah, I'm wearing a little something from them. It made sense.
Who, Clint?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
You
Guess
know,
who's on the front of it?
You already know who that is.
And what's your name?
Come on, man.
This is why you're my brother.
Mate, you know what I mean? If you don't know, you don't know. You wasn't outside. It's fine.
That's my new saying. That's my new saying. From now on, I'm never going to feel brutal about you not knowing something. Are you outside?
It's fine, man. It's just a sight guy sometimes.
I don't know what that is. Are you outside?
Yeah, man. A sight guy, innit? Can't know everything. Yo, man got his head slapped off. That's a bit of a mad segue, isn't it? I didn't even want to introduce it like that. But you know what? We're here. We're time is of the essence as well, by the way. But
great song, by the way.
Yeah. No, time is of the essence for me.
What do you reckon? What do you think about this? Honestly, Chuckie.
All right. So I start from the beginning.
Come on.
I woke up. I was in Sweden.
Come on.
Right. Enjoying myself.
Come on.
Right. I've gone online, and the first thing I saw when I went on Instagram was this clip.
Yeah.
I just saw this clip. Yeah. I see Chris Rock saying something. He's like, obviously doing his thing or whatever. Yeah. I heard the joke. Yeah.
I can I put it up? I think it's funny.
Okay. To be honest with you, I didn't even understand the joke to begin with.
I think it's inappropriate because once I found out the condition afterwards, I thought she just got a level 1 and it was her own choice. Then I would laugh. When I realised it's not her own choice, I can't laugh.
Right, I hear that. Well,
no. I laughed, but once I found out everything, I was like, if it was me, anyway, carry on.
Yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, because this is the thing, yeah. There's so much different angles to talk about with this in regards to outside of not just them. And that's what I want to do. Because I don't want to just focus on them. Because I think there's a lot of talking points in it still. Anyway, Will's gone and slapped him, yeah? And my first immediate thought was, rah. But if I'm being honest, yeah, when he slapped him, I didn't feel much other than rah. The only time when I actually did feel something, yeah, was after the second time Will Smith said, keep my wife's name out of your mouth. And it went back onto Chris Rock, yeah. And it was that silence for me. Like, because he said, yeah, I will. And then there was that silence or whatever. And then I felt uncomfortable. Because I'm like, I think at that moment I started to realise, like, this is actually, you know, I'm just seeing something happen. I've not processed this. When he's gone and slapped him, I'm not processing, this is a whole award show, this is in front of the world, I just see a man get up and just slap a man, innit? And I'm just thinking, right, that's mad. But the silence made me process it more. And when I processed it, I didn't rate it. So then I started to like go back and I'm trying to find other things, like what was going on, what is this about? So I went and I've like understood the joke, and then I realized, like the medical condition and whatever else. Now, we can have a conversation about dark humor, but firstly, I didn't even know that she had alopecia. I did not know. And I saw a lot of people talking about that, which did make me ask, like, how much people other than her own fans knew this? Other than people that watch it's the Red Table Talk she does, right?
Yeah.
Other than the people that watch the Red Table Talks, I'm sure she's probably talked about that there. She talks about everything there, yeah?
There's chats.
How much people would have known about this? Which then, speculation, made me think, if a lot of us didn't know about it, even though Chris Rock is Chris Rock, he's still a human being, is there a chance that he did not know that she had this condition?
There's maybe a chance.
So, which then made, I don't know, like, then I started thinking about the other aspect, you know, when I started seeing people talking about protecting their wife and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, listen, I'm so on that. I'm so for this protecting of your missus thing. I am. And so on some level, I hear it. Like, I hear it. When you see something is inappropriate or whatever, you feel like you need to address that. I get it. But the losing control aspect of it, I didn't rate. I feel as though and I know that like, you know, we all go through these different emotions, and also I don't even know what's going on behind closed doors. I've already got these speculation that Will Smith is super stressed out anyway. So when I'm seeing this, when I actually did process it in my mind, I'm like, this isn't a slap for Chris Rock. This is a man who is frustrated about many different things, and he took that slap out on Chris Rock. Yeah. Now, I'm gonna let you go in a second, yeah. But
no, keep going.
But look, I lost my train of thought.
This is a man that's not frustrated at the incident. He's frustrated with Chris Rock. That happening with Chris. He's frustrated at everything, and he's taking it out.
And he's taking it out, right? The losing control element. Mm-hmm. For me, Will Smith has the ability. He has the ability to, in a world-class way, and off the whim, off wit, go up on the stage, because I'm sure he knew he was winning an award, if you ask me. He was sat right at the front. These lot have boycotted the thing before. We know how these award shows work anyway. They've probably let him know in some way, shape, or form. He knows he's going to win something. Yeah, he hasn't won it yet. He has, in my opinion, the wit to be able to go up on that stage after all of that's happened and completely obliterate Chris Rock if he wanted to with words. And if he did that, depending on how he executed it and what he had to say, I'm sure he would have said could have said a lot of buzzwords that would have made a lot of people say, yeah, do you know what, I hear you. Remember, he went up on, he accepted a speech, and one of the first things he mentioned was, you know, this person being a protector of their family and whatever else, and he was crying and whatnot. He could have, in that moment, really checked Chris Rock, and I think that would have cut through a different type of way, as opposed to the losing control element. For me, losing control isn't always the vibe. It isn't always the vibe, especially when you're a big man. But a stressed out man in a stressed out situation with the world on your shoulders, I can see how something like this could happen. The last thing I will say on that though, yeah, before you go, is that one of the things that really irritated me the most, yeah, about it is, with all of the context being put in the pot, the thing that probably touched me the most was that it was a black man that went up and slapped the next black man that he knew was not able to do anything back, because he slapped him. You know, if I slap you in your face and I turn around, I'm going to lightly look back a little bit because I don't know what poet might throw back. I know that there could be a something where we might have to kerfuffle. If I know that you're in my head, or if I see you as a pussy-o, if I slap you, I could just turn around with big confidence and walk back to my seat, because I know, do you know what? You're going to do nothing. And for that, I can't rate that.
I would have made an August joke right afterwards. One on my kid's life. I'd have been like, right, you're doing this in March. Imagine it was in August.
Oh,
like, I'm not
my God.
on it. And I'll tell you why I'm not on it. I'm not on it. Because one thing I'll say about Chris Rock, this is not special treatment. This is not special treatment. He does this to everyone. This is not special treatment.
Right.
So I feel like, well, you gave him special treatment. Because when things have happened in the past, you've not done anything about it. This is the first time you've had a unique situation where and this is your unique situation. And if this is like, I know if you've done this to certain rappers, this is their response all the time. So clearly this is called frustration. And what we're doing is we're isolating the incident. It's too easy to isolate the incident. Just because it's on a commercial, because it's with the Oscars. We're not the Oscars, we're niggas. So let's start talking about us being black people and how we've consumed this content of Chris Rock and Will Smith, two people that are from the community of black people. Let's take a look at that content and then say, how did we get here? Let's not do what other people can do and just go, it's the Oscars, why are you doing this at the Oscars? That doesn't solve anything.
No.
So let's talk about the issue. The issue is Will Smith has been frustrated for a very long period of time. You don't need to be too close for you to realize that, because there's been a change in his behavior patterns. So growing up, I've seen Will Smith as the fun guy, having a good time, so on and so forth. The problem was there was no social media. So half the things that you've done, you can hide. On top of that, some of the things that you've done, which potentially people go, whoa, this is a bit weird. You've done so much things after that, we can hide it. You can forget about it. When you apparently didn't look after your son, no one knew who your son was, and your son comes back. Because it happened at a time where social media is not privy, now your son's just here, we're cool.
Yeah.
But guess what's not cool?
That's true.
Red table talks. Because that's happened at a time where social media's here.
Hi.
And he goes, and she goes, entanglement. Now, from that moment of entanglement, I've seen you block several people on social media because they all promote it. Yeah. He's blocked certain celebrities. I think he blocked fucking Little Duval. And Little Duval came out and said, hey, if you done it to me, I'll sue him. Like, you've blocked several people for making jokes about a situation that you put in front of the camera. And you're not a serious guy. You're a man that has a laugh. So because that's the energy that you give off, and I imagine you've made jokes about several people, from Fresh Prince all the way to Men in Black to Independence Day. I reckon you've made several jokes about people. Now we're here, the joke's on you.
Yeah.
But guess what? You've never lived in an era where there's social media where you're making jokes where you can make a joke and someone throws it back at you. Now, when you were making jokes, you by yourself. Guess what? We're not there no more. If I make a joke, someone throws it right back at me. It's all about response now. Your response is very difficult to consume for the simple fact that you eradicate everything and just isolate the situation. And that's a weird one because I definitely would have defended my wife at the time. Yeah. But I never would be a Jada. The problem is Jada. Let's just not pretend it's not the problem. Every issue you've had in the 5-6 years that has gone past has been a problem you've had to adopt from your missus. Now, me personally, I just genuinely feel from the experience, listen to me, I've been for it. I'm telling you, if you are rolling and one person is giving you that many problems who's beside you and half the problems you go through have got nothing to do with you, guess who's the problem? The person beside you. It's all good and well saying Will Smith has to protect Jada. Jada, you got to protect Will Smith. Too. And you've been doing a shit job as of recently. So if the job has been so shit that someone now attacks you and Will Smith protects you, what do you say about yourself, Jada? You didn't protect him when my man's coming out talking about he's jealous of Tupac. The nigga is dead. You didn't protect him when you're out there saying entanglement, August Alsina. You haven't protected your husband in a very, very long while. You didn't even stop him doing Wild Wild West. Like, you haven't protected him.
I stopped him from doing Wild Wild West.
But now that the time has come for him to protect you, he's done what any good man should do. But he's done it out of frustration of you not protecting him. So the execution of it is this.
Right.
And I go to myself, if you protected your husband for all them years, I wonder if that incident even manifests. And even if it does, I wonder if you deal with it the way you do. That's just my perspective on the situation. I'm not saying anyone's wrong. I'm just saying circumstantially, Jada, if this is your husband, and this goes out to everyone, if that's your partner, you see when they leave that front door, don't let them leave pissed off. Because I tell you what, there ain't no fucking stress like the stress from your partner.
Do you know that protection part here is really interesting? Because it does feel as though since all of that has happened, it does feel like there has been a lack of protection from her part in regards to him.
My nigga, August Alsina has made a song called Entanglement. He hasn't been slapped. This is years ago. This guy was your son's friend. He then banged your missus and made a song called Entanglement and came out and said that he loves her. Like, I get why you're frustrated, but that's got nothing to do with Chris Rock saying that your wife looks like G.I. Jane. Like, I'm looking at it on the scale of two situations. Your wife looks like G.I. Jane because you got alopecia. Your wife came out and more or less protected August Alsina to a certain extent. I'm not saying, actually, no, wrong. Protected August is wrong. Protected the situation that she was involved in.
Yeah.
And I think the only thing in life that allows you to move forward in the best possible way is honesty. And if you can't be honest with your partner, if you can't be honest with your fucking baby father or your baby mother or the people that are the closest to you, your brother, your sister, your mum, you're gonna encounter problems because guess what? That person ain't going nowhere. Right. If I lie to a stranger, guess what? I'm good. I ain't never got to see them again. If you lie to someone that's in your fucking house, you've got to deal with it the next day and the next day. And all you're figuring out is a new lie to get past the next day. And look where that leaves Will Smith. Yeah. Crying on a red table talk about entanglement. Yeah. Writing books saying I was jealous of a dead man.
I don't think he would cry that day, to be fair.
He did cry on the day.
Did he cry that day?
My brother, don't you remember the eyes? Don't you remember the eyes filling up with water? Because I can get it up for you if you want. Nigga, people were making him look like Michael Jordan, bro. Remember the Michael Jordan teary-eye thing?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Will Smith was up there with that. So I'm saying to you that the memories I have of Will Smith growing up is an absolute legend. And shit ain't been the same since Uncle Phil died. Uncle Phil, chat to your nephew!
Yeah, I hear it still.
Will Smith is in a complete mess. He's crying out for help, and all we're doing is saying, well done, Will. It's not well done, Will. If we really care about Will, it's Will. I understand you might lose a lot of money, but fucking break up with Jada, bro. All she's doing is giving you problems with the same trim as Cisco. I'm not on it. Don't laugh. She has alopecia. See what I'm saying? This is
No,
what
but
I'm
you know what though?
This is what I'm. Why are you laughing?
Right.
For? It's wrong. Don't laugh.
Well, okay. Do you want to do this then? No, do you want to do
in
this
your
though?
Air Forces for £175.
Let's do this though, because
My brother. My brother.
That's the conversation. Like for me, I like dark humor, bro. I do. Like I like comedians who toe that line.
Do you like? Is dark humor accepted at the Oscars?
If you employ,
Is dark humor accepted at the Oscars?
yes,
It's accepted at the Golden Globes.
yes,
Is this the Golden Globes or is
yes,
this the Oscars?
yes.
The Oscars is one of the highest ignorant to the world prestige events in the world. It's not like the GRM Awards. The GRM Awards, the reason why I want that to be famous is because it's real. It's a
Actually,
real depiction of what's actually happening. The Oscars is a fabricated thing. Chuckie told you he probably knew he was winning an award before he won the award.
Definitely.
But then walks up on some, I can't believe I've won this. Like, if that's the venue that you're acting in, then leave dark humor to the side. That's what I personally
Hundo,
think.
I agree with you. What I'm saying is the Golden Globes is on that level. It might not be, the Oscars might be creme de la creme, but that next layer down, Grammys and all that, Golden Globes is there, bro. And Ricky Gervais for the past 2-3 years has been absolutely saying the wild.
What colour is Ricky Gervais?
No, this is so.
What colour is Ricky
But now
Gervais?
it's a new
Because when
problem.
Ricky Gervais said what he said, there was no white on white crime.
was
They
a new
called this
problem.
black anger. So what I'm saying to you is, Will Smith and Chris Rock,
So whose problem?
they
is it?
have a response. Do you know what the killer is? Yeah, I'm not even saying this is right, you know, bro. I'm not even
I know.
saying like that like it's right. I'm just saying life is what it is. You can deny what life is, or you can just accept what life is and try and find your way through it. None of us are exempt from the science of life. None of us are God. There is one God. So don't try and be so different that you are God. You're not God. If this is what happens at the Oscars, this is what happens at the Oscars. If you're going to change what happens at the Oscars, it has to tie in with the restrictions that the Oscars gives you. This is not a black event. It's got nothing to do with black people. We're wearing suits, black and white suits. That has nothing to do with black people. Talk about traditional outfits, you'll see what the flipping venue should look like. So first of all, we're stepping into someone else's field. And then an individual's made a joke on stage. And then you've gone and slapped your fellow brother. Half of the people there probably were just laughing, bro. They're just laughing at us, bro. Laughing at us. Whether it's right or wrong is a different conversation.
Right.
But what I'm saying to you is, when you're in that heightened position, I believe you have a responsibility. Yeah, like, you have a responsibility, bro.
Will.
All of them, bro.
All of them do.
All of them do. That's why I can say to you, should dark humor be the Oscars? I don't know. Should you be slapping man at the Oscars? I don't know. I wouldn't recommend either of them. To be honest with you, I wouldn't recommend either of them. So,
Can I be honest with you?
Go on.
I would more recommend dark humor from a comedian at a award show than I would recommend someone slapping a man.
And
because you know why I
agree.
say that? Do you know
The
why I
side
say
of it
that?
is I agree.
Because Will Smith is not an MMA fighter and it was not an MMA show. You have someone who is hosting an award show who is a comedian. And if Ricky Gervais can go up there and do that, then so can he. And let's be clear. Look, I can't tell you how to react.
Ricky Gervais was worse, by the way, as well.
Right.
20 times
I
worse.
can't tell you how to react when someone says anything. I can't, yeah? But from my perspective, that joke was light.
No, to be honest with you, I can't tell you how to feel.
Right, that's
But I
it.
tell you one
That's
thing,
it.
on my mum's life, bro. This is not even me thinking I'm bad or anything like that. But if I made that joke, a man slapped me, I'm not going to fight you back. I'm going to make another joke.
Right.
And another
Another
joke.
one.
And another one. You're going to think I'm DJ Khaled. I'm going to not
The whole
stop.
show.
The whole
The whole show is
We
now
might come
dedicated.
back. I might come back and go, yo, everyone, by the way, I've just got this new G.I. Jane figure that I want to show. Like, I'm going to go mad.
Well, you know, someone
I'm gonna
made a
bring
joke.
August Sastina.
Someone made
Bring
a
on-
joke with them earlier on in the show. You know
Say
that?
what? Say what?
I can't even remember what the joke was. It was a meaty joke, yeah, but it wasn't him. It was like these people were up on the stage or whatever, and someone made a joke about Jada and Will or whatever, and like, everyone laughed, and it was just a meaty thing, yeah. After that happened, every joke that might have been directed in that way, in that part there, was scrapped. But I don't think it should have been. I think it should have been amplified, in my opinion. Amplify it.
Now,
Bust the next one.
2016.
Bust the next one.
Do you remember what happened in 2016?
No. Oh, when
Chris Rock
Chris
made
Rock.
more jokes previously about Jada.
Yeah,
But why did he make them jokes?
Why did he make them joke?
Why?
Well-
It wasn't because of Will. Will's boycotted the Oscars because he feels he deserves to win something.
She boycotted them as well, right?
But why would you come out and say you're boycotting the Oscars? That's like Southampton saying I'm boycotting the Premier League. No one is turning up to the Premier League to see Southampton win it.
That's kind of
Let's
what he was
be
saying as well, isn't it?
honest, bro.
That's kind of what he was saying.
So what
wasn't
I'm
it?
saying to you is like, I get you're supporting your husband, but you ain't got to do it like loud and proud. Understand who you are and understand what you're saying. So I wouldn't come forward and say I'm boycotting the Oscars. I would just go, I'm not attending the Oscars as I don't think they're supporting my partner. That's just me. I ain't got nothing against them, but right now this year they ain't supporting my husband. No point of you being on this, I'm boycotting, and then you're there 2020 watching your husband slap someone. Like, it's all bollocks. Like, I can tell you, I boycotted the Mobos in 2013 or 2012 or 2011 because I done to Wretch. I haven't been back since. I can show you the emails inviting me. For the simple fact that eventually, I'm not going to never go back. But I don't feel comfortable with you bumping my brethren, seeing a whole plane of Tottenham man going to flipping Scotland to see my brethren get embarrassed on stage. I'm not on that. I don't care what you offer me. I'm not going because I'm a man of principle. And as far as I'm concerned, you've done my boy Rich Fruity wrong, so I'm not coming back. You, on the other hand, Jada, you're on this I'm boycotting thing. You're back 6 years later.
Right at the front.
Right at the front. Pretending you didn't want to be there. Like, guys, I just think... Fam, Whitney and Scribs are right. I'm going to say it every day.
Go on, what did they say?
Everyone's crazy.
The dark humour thing anyway, yeah, because remember, the dark humour thing, that ends up being a conversation as a whole. He shouldn't have made a joke about that. Mm-hmm. He shouldn't have done this, he shouldn't have done that. So then obviously you can then already see, just through the way that people are talking, yeah, who understands dark humour and who doesn't understand dark humour. We are moving into a place where everyone is sensitive about something, or they pretend to be sensitive about something. Everyone goes online, oh my God, I'm really upset about X, Y, and Z. This is the one thing that I'm going to say this early on. Because I know I always do this late. I always say, if there's one thing that anyone needs to check out, there's one thing I do think that people do need to check out. Go and watch the intro to the Flagrant 2 podcast with Andrew Schultz. For 1 minute 58, I think, he does a roast of Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. And to me, it is absolutely sensational.
Who does it?
His name's called Andrew Schultz. He's a podcaster.
I know Andrew Schultz.
Yeah.
The white one that does it with Charlamagne the God.
He obliterates them. Now, for him, because he's a comedian. I don't know if you know that. He's a comedian.
Yeah, of course. He's funny.
He's very funny. For him, that's protecting the art of comedy and the comedy honor. Yeah. For him, in his mind, oh no, hold on, wait 1 second. You lot are all co-signing this slap thing and that, and you lot are trying to diminish this dark humor. Oh, we're not allowed to say these type of jokes now. Okay, well, how about this? Hold this one then. 2 minutes of absolute slanderism in a funny way. Yeah. Now, obviously, some people will watch that and be like, oh my God, I can't believe that he said this about that, and whatever. But yo, for me, as far as I'm concerned, comedians do or provide something that will make you say, you know what, I really, really like them, or I really do not like this person. The best comedians can be quite polarizing. For me, see like some of the comedians that are like the most known and the most popular, they're like, can be the most safe. And they're not necessarily for me. I'm not really into safe comedy. And I'm also not into, while we're doing this, I'm so past the stereotypes of Jamaicans and Africans and all of this type of shit. I'm past all of that. I'm past that. But I'm a big man. So I get that some of you lot are, just jumping into this funny comedy world and whatever. And some of you lot are doing that. But you know what? A lot of you, your grandparents were born here now. So I'm
past the slapstick. I'm past the let's take the piss out of black people, but take the black people's culture. But when someone is said they look like,
but dark humor, I'm on all of it. I'm actually on all of it. Now I'm not gonna like it all. But you know what? I might like some of it. Don't like as far as I'm concerned. If something can be funny, you can make funny out of everything. It just depends on where you're at in your life.
Wow. Because really, truly, the G.I. Jane joke doesn't take money out of no one's pocket. It's not detrimental to anyone. It's as bad as you want to make it.
You could be, listen, if you can be upset about it.
Do you know, if Will Smith done this, 1-0,
Right.
Game over. No one even talks about it past that point.
Yeah.
The only people that talk about it is who?
It's the internet.
No.
What do you mean?
Because if you go out with your missus and someone says something funny and you don't defend her, when you go back home, who's the only two people that talk about? Jada and Will. Yeah. But then I say to Will, how many times have you had awkward conversations? Yeah. So aren't you just tired of having the awkward conversations? I know you're going to give her half of your fortune and you're one of the richest, but stop valuing money and start valuing God and sanity. Get it to her and tell her fuck off, bro. I understand you love her, but I cannot understand the concept of loving someone that consistently... And do you know what? I'm only seeing the heightened examples of disrespect. There might be bare love. I could be wrong.
Yeah. There could be.
I'm ignorant. And I like bollocks. And guess what? I don't think I am. How about that? I think the heightened versions of disrespect that I've seen, I don't think Will Smith should tolerate. I don't.
Before you say it, yeah, there's a slight conversation or small conversation to have on emotional intelligence. These two, in particular, project emotional intelligence. They're always sitting around. When I hear Will Smith talking and I hear Jada talking, they always... Because there was a time when we sat down and my feelings was... And that's how they talk, right?
I hate
and a lot of this is
that term,
when my feelings was, and we had the therapist coming and...
But
so when
Chuckie,
we sat down and
Chuckie.
then I realised you had to be over there, then I had to be over here, and then you brought your here, and I brought my there, and then we was here.
What is emotional intelligence? Please explain to me. What is that fuck? Because that is the most idiotic saying I've ever heard. Please tell me what that is. Break it down so I can go, oh, actually, I'm the idiot.
Right, so emotional intelligence for me now is... There's times when I like, admittedly, myself, I'm feeling very, very delicate. For whatever reason, I might have a lot of things going on in my life. I might just be feeling a certain way about things, yeah? Now, in this delicacy, I know that it's not going to take much for my mood to change or for me to get upset with someone. You could say you could tell a joke to me, you could say something to me, something could just go completely wrong, and all of the emotions that I'm feeling inside, which is bigger than you, it's got nothing to do with you, it's just how I'm feeling, is going to make me blow over the edge. Okay. So because of that, you know what? If I'm going to be around, let's just say you, for example, while I'm feeling really delicate and you're up and you're jokey and, you're in your bag of you've just come out of filthy fellas, you're on full smoke now, but on a jokey one, I might not put myself in that situation to be around you. Or I might work out in what dynamic right now or what capacity right now can I be around you? Is it a thing of, you know what, I might not go here, but I'm going to go there, or I might just check you for 10 minutes and not do the 2-hour thing, or a bunch of different things. But I'm just doing that because I'm protecting this here. See this anger? I'm protecting it from busting up and doing a complete madness. To me, that's emotional intelligence. Because
can we label it as something else? Because I just think it's still a stupid term.
Do you understand what I'm saying when I say that?
Can we call it emotional awareness? And then understanding what to do with that awareness. Because intelligence is something that I just don't think you can put emotion and intelligence in the same sentence. I don't think you're dumb for not understanding that. I don't think you're smart for understanding that. So intelligence has nothing to do with it. I just think, are you aware of self? And I think intelligence, this is just for me personally. Maybe I'm taking it too serious and someone else can. But I think that term is the most idiotic thing I've heard in my life. But I think emotional awareness is good. And understanding what to do when you're aware of your emotional state is important. But to label it as intelligence, I don't want anybody at any capacity to feel that they have to be a certain level of intellect to understand themselves. I think that's crazy. I think you need to be aware of yourself. It's nothing to do with intellect. This is my opinion, and
I think you're saying the same thing, though.
Possibly, but if I'm aware of something, I don't have to be intelligent to know what it is. Intelligence is you need to know the answers. Awareness is a completely different thing. I can be aware I'm in a bad state, but to say
so then what do you do?
You have to reevaluate what to do.
Right.
That's not intelligence, bro.
Yes,
that's just bro. Intelligence is knowing. If I have the intelligence, for example, if someone goes, we have intel that this person's done that. That means you have information that lets you know this person's selling drugs. I'm saying to you, This situation here is you're aware you're because the intel will tell you we got to do this. You don't even know what the hell to do when you're going through certain emotional states. So I don't even want to say intelligence because you could be 70 years old and still not have it.
Yeah, but that's okay. Like this is the I think what you're saying, because I get what you're saying.
Yeah, you understand where I'm coming from?
It sounds as though when you're saying if you don't have it, it makes you seem as you're less than. But you're right that like sometimes there are certain situations that you just don't know. Like you're feeling a certain way. You don't know what the solution is. You just don't know. Yeah. And that doesn't make you, in my opinion, and in your opinion as well, stupid or inferior or less than or whatever. But like from a general sense,
because you know what it is?
From a general sense, like having intelligence is...
Yeah, but then the opposite. What's the opposite? Because if I'm saying to you, awareness and the opposite is being unaware. There's nothing wrong with that. But I don't think you're unintelligent for not knowing something emotionally. That's just crazy. I think you're unaware.
But do you know what though? I think I get 100%.
Because I don't like that terminology.
You're weaponizing the word. That's why I feel like you're taking it that way.
Because intelligence and emotional state shouldn't be together. Yeah, emotional state.
Not having in, bro. This is the thing, though.
Intelligence is like
when we talk about weaponizing the word, because you're right. You're right.
Do you understand?
And I'm with you. Trust me when I tell you, I'm with you.
Come on, it's a separation.
But see, with the weaponizing of the word,
yeah.
Like by doing that, you're like, how do I say it? Like, it's because.
Look at it.
Weaponizing it makes it seem as though it is an inferior thing.
Let's look at it for the incident. A situation has manifested where Chris Rock says something to Will Smith. I think he's emotionally unaware of where he is. Emotionally unaware. So therefore, when he does what he does, afterwards, he's gathered information and gone, bloody hell, my emotional state has driven me to do this. Right. I'm aware now that if I'm in that state, I ain't doing that no more. Intelligence will make you feel like I wasn't smart enough to understand. No, because that's not something you can go open up a book and say, I'm intelligent, I've read it. Like, you have to go through that yourself. That's awareness.
So this is the thing.
Do you hear me?
That's the weaponizing. Because it's okay. That's okay. For me to turn around and say, like,
just call someone. I'm at
a comfortable...
For me to call you unintelligent,
yeah,
is that
cool? I didn't
have
the emotional intelligence to deal with something a certain way. See, for me, I'm okay with hearing that because you're probably right. I probably didn't. But guess what? Guess what? I have the information now. I know that when I'm feeling this type of way, this is the possibility of how I'm going to react. So for now, because of that, and because of who you are, and because what is around me, I'm going to make the right choices or the right steps to make sure that I don't put me in this predicament.
Yeah,
because remember, it's not about you.
I know.
What happened with Chris Rock wasn't about Chris Rock. That was about him and how he felt. And just to what you were saying about the Jada thing, like, I'm so with you on the protecting thing, but I will also say that, like, a lot of that is just his fault anyway, if this is what is going on, because at one point there has to be a point, and bearing in mind we're speculating, we don't know what goes on behind the scenes, and they probably might have the best relationship ever in life, but I'm just going by what we see. At what point do you turn around and say, this is not serving, I love you to bits, but this is not serving me?
I don't think it'll be intelligence. You just be aware of yourself. You'll be like, I remember when I was younger, I felt this. And now I don't feel that no more. I don't think that has anything to do with intelligence. I just feel like if you're aware of your own self-development, you will go, the stage I'm at in my life right now, I don't really like it. And you'll have a discussion to figure out wherever you are.
Which is the intelligence part.
I don't think that's intelligence.
So the awareness is one aspect of it. You could be aware of something, but you might not necessarily know how to do. Like, I'm aware that I'm feeling some type of way, but I might not know how to deal with that. If I know how to deal with it,
saying I'm aware that if I walk down this street, there's about 7 guys that will beat the shit out of me, but I would never know if I wasn't made aware by going down the street. There's no way if I can say if I don't know that there's guys down this street and I go down there and I get into the problem, I'm not unintelligent. I wasn't. So I'm saying awareness and intelligence is 2 different things. So I'm saying where you're going to a space that you don't know, have no information on, and there's no way to obtain the information, I would never say you're unintelligent. Intelligence is kind of a choice. It's kind of like if I'm going to choose to be ignorant about something, that's a choice. If I'm going to choose to be intelligent about something, I'm going to go and get the information. In situations in life where Will Smith's been slapping No one is unintelligent. Nobody's aware of what's going to happen. So you need to do the situation, get the awareness, and then you're like, now I'm aware that's going to happen. I won't do that no more. I don't even think that's anything to do with intelligence.
Just to push you,
to
push you back on what you're saying, yeah.
Push me.
When you said that when you said, I might be aware that you're gonna go down the street, but you're not sure that you're gonna get beaten the shit out of.
Yeah.
You can't control that because that's their behavior to you.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's got nothing to do with intelligence. So Will Smith and Chris Rock cannot control the way in which they respond to each other emotionally, and they'll have no way of knowing how it's going to pan out.
That's a false equivalency.
Okay,
that's a false equivalency because you're talking about the act of someone else. If you're talking about the act on yourself, if you use this example, if you said, you know what, I'm aware that there is 20 man down the road that are moving a certain way, yeah, but within me, I know that I'm fully on smoke. I know if someone says anything to me in a certain type of way, I have the capacity to kill someone in that environment.
Ross.
Yeah. The intelligence part is you saying, I'm not going to go down there for your safety. Because if I come down there and you say something to me, I might take your head off. So do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go down that road instead of this road. That's the equivalent.
Fair enough. I would call someone intelligent with facts. That's still not a fact. So to me, that's not intelligence. Intelligence is a fact. I know this is this. Oh, you're intelligent. I know if I go down there, I'll beat them up. I can't call you intelligent because you might not. So therefore, you're aware that you might beat them up because you're aware of how strong you are, but it can't be a fact. But we can agree to disagree. I'm comfortable with that.
What were you saying, South Africa?
I was actually going to say, like, listening to you, like, over my period of life, you're very much all on the vibe of, like, protect your own.
You have to protect your own.
We look after each other. We do what we need to do. Like you said, bro, that Oscars is a majority white space.
100.
Right.
That's why you see all the things that are happening to Will Smith. No one in our space is saying condemn Will Smith. We're just saying we get why it happened. Yeah. Everyone outside of it is saying condemn Will Smith.
Because you talk with a little bit of chest.
Yeah, no, I'm going to talk with chest.
I just need a little bit more. You get what I'm saying?
I'm going to talk with chest. No,
right, okay.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is,
Go on, family.
Although Will was wrong in action, right? Not theory.
I think we all agree with
in
that.
action. Yeah. I think Chris Rock was wrong to make a joke out of his brother in a majority white space. I don't have a problem with dark humor.
This is why I said to you, I agree with that. You don't make that joke at the Oscars.
Yeah.
BT. Do you know what? I might allow it.
Because that's your
the
space.
Oscars.
Yeah.
The space which is created by white people for white people. We've been arguing for years that we can't win awards there, and then we're gonna go and put down our own brother in that space. That's weird to me. In a black film, go ahead, fam. If it was like a black film set on the hood, all of that, you made a joke, I hear it. You've done it in a space that is not our own. So you're basically saying to an ignorant group of people, laugh at Jada Pinkett. I'm not on that. But I'm still not on Will Smith slapping him in the face.
100,
I'm not on any of it.
100.
But you know where I'm coming from? But again, I'm with Chuckie. The reasons why I personally feel this exists in the first place is because the space Will Smith is in. I guarantee you, and I guarantee you, if Will Smith doesn't slap Chris Rock, I don't wake up and see anything about it. Yeah. That was just another 30 seconds in an award ceremony that no one cared about, no one had an opinion on, no one's going to do. We're not even here talking about it on HC Podcast. But because Will Smith slapped him, he thinks he's protected her. What he's done is opened up a conversation about his emotional state.
Yeah, exactly.
He fucked himself over.
100%.
You can dance to Getting Jiggy With It for fucking 20 nights in a row, my nigga. I still don't think he'll Getting Jiggy With It. How about that?
I'll be honest with you. The moment I saw that video of him dancing and singing that, to me, that was a man who was trying to take the gloss off what he did.
Yeah. Let's have it right. How many rumors have you heard about Will Smith, fam? I've heard he's bisexual. I've heard he doesn't.
We heard he got caught in bed with a don, apparently.
Heard he got put. I remember the film that he done where he was sleeping with a bunch of men. We've heard back in the day, like.
Well, he's acting.
I know he's acting, but my thing is this. My problem is I don't know what's getting to him no more. I don't know, innit? I just know what problems exist within the community of black people, and I know that if you exist consistently around them, there's a number of things that you could do which potentially puts you in a bad mental state. I'm not saying it's right, I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm saying this is life, innit? And he's gone through bare of them. Bare of them. And I just think at some point now,
you slightly lost me with that piece.
No, what I'm saying is with Will Smith, he's gone through so much that I get him slapping someone. The amount of problems he's had to go through and get over Man said he was jealous of Tupac. That's right at the start.
Yeah.
This nigga's got... Then you're talking about the rumors about his sexuality. That was pretty much at the start as well.
Yeah.
Then, even before that, he was broke.
Yeah.
Like, when we're getting to the point where now he's thinking, where's the point where I'm just chill? I've got the family. I'm the richest. I've got successful children. I've got all this. And I can still come to an Oscar ceremony. And my brother's telling me my missus is in G.I. Jane because she's got alopecia. I get why he's frustrated. Like, he's not getting a break.
Do you know what though? I think also this is another reason why I would have a problem with the slap too, yeah? Is because, you know what? On one hand, I could understand how if your missus is going through something and behind closed doors, you are seeing how much that is affecting her. It's affecting her mind. Like, she's putting on a brave smile, she's putting on a brave face and all of this type of stuff. But at home, she's completely broken to bits, yeah? Every day she's crying, you're dealing with the brunt of that or whatever it may be. Someone then says a joke and you feel sensitive about it. But guess what? We didn't know what happened behind the closed doors. I didn't know she was on the floor crying every day. I didn't know she was feeling some type of way. I didn't know that it was affecting her in this type of way. So now you're slapping me for something I didn't even know about.
And these times, Jada tells you everything. She told you everything, but the one thing she won't tell you about herself.
Well, she did. She has talked about that, I think. I think she has talked about that. And
Did she talk about it properly?
This is speculation, but I saw people talking about the fact that she had mentioned that, like, she talked about it before and she said, like, right now, all I can really do is just laugh about it. That was something that I saw people talking about.
Is that what she said?
Yeah, that's apparently what she said.
So then someone else laughed about it. So why don't you laugh about it when they laugh?
Right, and this is the thing, yeah? Even though I agree I'm now fully with you on this as well, yeah? I agree about the jokes thing or whatever it may be. But I didn't watch the show, so I didn't see who got what jokes. But in my opinion, although I believe that everyone should get jokes, it did seem to me that the joke that they got was very meaty. It would be interesting to see what jokes everyone else got. Because if he went hard on everyone else, but had the mentality of, everyone's going to get these jokes. But he went hard on everyone else and he gave her a little light something. You're just supposed to hold that one there,
to me,
man.
G.I. Jane is a light joke.
That's a light one, man. What, a little young bar lead. You look all right with the bar lead anyway. There's enough ball legs, man.
I've seen you with a ball leg, Jada. I've seen you with the ball leg.
I'll tell you what works, Jada. I'll tell you what works.
Jada Pinkett's buff.
Grow a beard then.
Pass back my hat, man. It's £270. What the fuck am I doing? What the fuck's wrong with you, cuz? What's wrong with you, Chuckie?
That's a yellow.
The man said grow a beard.
That's a hold a yellow.
It's a yellow. You're on a yellow.
Hold that.
You're on a yellow, big man. You're on a yellow,
that one there, man. Everyone gets these jokes. I get short jokes all the time. I can't control that. I have to hold that.
Do you know how much jokes
Sometimes
I get?
if a bar lead thing is a bar lead thing.
Do you know how much jokes I get, big man? That's got nothing to do with me. Other people. I'm in the Will Smith situation. I get so much jokes about I haven't done anything. And you know what I gotta do? Hold my corner.
Right.
And do you know you gotta hold your corner? Because I'm making jokes about other people.
This is it.
You just gotta understand. As long as it's a
that's
joke.
what Chris Rock would have had to have done. If someone then started to roast him, he would have had to have held that.
But it's a joke.
Hold that.
Do you know what it is? My thing is this, the intent in it. Chris Rock, do you know what Chris Rock even said afterwards? That's light. And I was like, do you know what, Chris? It is. Like, in life, if someone says you look like G.I. Jane and you get angry, you're childish. On stage in front of an audience of people, I understand it's a completely different thing. Because now you got Alec Baldwin, a certified murderer, telling me I'm wrong for slapping someone. Yeah. My brother, you killed someone on set. If you had no hair and you got away with it, that is a bald win, Alec. 100%. If you got no hair and you get away with that murder, that's a bald win. So I don't understand how now you're out here chatting about someone slapping someone in the face. No one's dead. O.J. Simpson? Excuse me? Should Will have wore a glove? I don't understand this.
Yeah, he's taken the absolute.
And that Chris Rock and Will Smith have to take some responsibility for. If the joke never happens, the slap never happens.
Look, O.J. Simpson definitely shouldn't be saying anything anyway, because you know what?
But the slap
if O.J. Simpson was Jada's husband, we would be having a complete different thing at some point down the line because, anyway.
O.J. Simpson has children he doesn't claim. Some of them Kardashians are his, allegedly. I don't believe they belong to Caitlyn. How about that, O.J.? You stick out of this. You stay out of this. It's got nothing to do with you. You've already shown who you are in the community. It's got nothing to do with you. OJ Simpson.
That man's wrote a book about if I did it.
If I did it. Take the if out. Just call the book I did it.
He's taking the fucking piss. And we can establish that for us. I don't think. I mean, it's hard to gauge. Everyone's too far is too far in it, but that one to me did not seem like it was too far. In the type of comedy that I like, I just don't think it was too far. Also, I do think that I hope that we are moving into a place here where comedians feel like they don't feel like they can't joke about certain things, because
Wow.
I think we're going to that place. I think we're getting to that place. I think that it will be interesting to see what the new crop of comedians are like. Are they at a stage where they feel like they don't care and they're just going to say things and make a joke about stuff or whatever? Yeah. Or
they don't care.
Are they on that thing of I don't want to?
They don't care. Sorry to cut you. I've seen that they don't give a fuck. They're worse than fucking Chris Rock.
Really? I've not. Bro. Do you know what? I have not come across any. I ain't come across any new crop of comedians anyway. Really, to be fair, and the new crop of comedians that I'm coming across at the moment are just not really my type of comedians.
I'm gonna send you this thing on YouTube. It's called Roast Battle. It's these new comedians that have loads of that have these judges, actual comedians.
Yeah.
And the shit they say, bro, about each other. It's like 1-on-1.
Yeah.
I have to roast you, and the winner moves on or whatever.
But East Africa, do you know what people don't realise? Comedy evolves.
No,
comedy has evolved.
Yeah.
So I would say Specs is a person that contributes to comedy.
Yeah.
Will Smith wouldn't last 5 seconds with Specs. That's a fact. One thing I don't like as well is this, and this is why I think people are idiots. A lot of them. A lot of you watching this, you're idiots. I love you. I'll take care of you. We can go for food. But you're idiots. Watch this. Michael Jackson's a person I love. I love him. I make jokes about Michael Jackson all the time. If his daughter was there and I made the joke, I would understand the impact of it. As soon as his daughter leaves, I'll still make the joke. It is.
She can still get the joke though.
Still get the joke. If Jada Pinkett and Will Smith are there, nobody cares about the joke. Do you know why everyone cares about the joke? Because the people are there and they respond. But if they never responded, nobody will care. Do you know why I know that? Do you know how many jokes are made about people and nobody responds and nobody cares? But the moment somebody responds, here comes the fucking emotional.
Well, the best
police.
jokes come out of, for me, the best jokes come out of bad times. Look how much times have I been on the pod and talked about some of the mad shit that's happened to me. At the time that this shit happened to me, that was real stuff. We laugh and joke about it now. But you know what? I felt a certain type of way. I was in a pickle, but we could laugh and joke about
Chuckie,
it. You know
I have flown to Sweden to see my kids. Not seen them. Come back. Told Specs, he said, that was a waste of money. I had to laugh.
Yeah.
What do you cried? I didn't see the kids because I got blocked. You got to fucking laugh. It's funny. And
if you are in the public eye also, and you're going into a place where there is comedians and you've had certain shit going on in your life, as far as I'm concerned, you're supposed to step out with the mindset, today, you know what, babes, the joke might be on us today. Because we're stepping out today. You get what I'm saying? People were talking about me on Twitter the other day. Not me, I'm just saying. People were talking about me on Twitter or whatever. I was on the news, whatever. We're going to a place where there's going to be a comedian. Do you know what? They're on me today. Now I might say, depending on how I feel, I might say, you know what? Depending on the comedian and depending on, let's just say if it's a Cat Williams, because I know Cat Williams can just be brutal with it. If I know that Cat Williams, or I feel as though Cat Williams is going to just go to town on me, I might decline the front seat. I might say, yo, is it all right if you can just put me a little bit? Just so that, he might give me a light joke because I'm already on his mind anyway. But if I'm just sitting at the front...
But he's won an award. All the people that are winning an award are always at the front.
Well, then you know what? You have to expect that the joke is going to be... Huh?
You have to hold the corn.
You have to hold the corn.
Because his speech to me was very... It's very weird. It's very weird, and I'll tell you why.
Go on.
He done this whole talk, and he spoke about someone that was protecting his family and all this other jargon. And all I kept thinking to myself was, my bro, you can't protect someone that don't want to be protected. You're trying to protect someone that's not trying to protect you, and then you're using the example of a man that protected his family. But I tell you what, did he go out of Jada Pinkett? Because if he didn't, this doesn't apply to you, Will. It's just a nice example for people to go, yeah, that man was a protector.
A buzzword.
How can you... It's a buzzword. How can you go to protect somebody that's not protecting you? At some point, you have to go, babe, what the fuck are you doing? I understand you may feel these things. I may understand that you may think that giving this out to the public may help the world. What I'm saying to you is, what about me? I'm your husband. You ain't done a film in 25 years. I'm the sole fucking provider right now. Matrix was a long time ago, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think that Jada's protecting Will, personally.
No, I hear you.
I don't feel like that. I could be fucking wrong, geezer. But from
no,
what
I
I
hear
see, I don't feel like Jada's protecting Will. I'm not saying now Will shouldn't protect Jada. But what I am saying is, if any problems come off the back of you not being protected by Jada, you cannot be upset about that. And no one said anything about you. That lets me know people are onto Jada because of her stupidity of behavior. No one's onto you, Will. We actually rate you, Will. But do you know where our ratings for you are coming down? You go and look at the stories about famous people in life. Achilles. What killed Achilles? A whatless woman. That's why they call it Achilles' heel. You go and watch the story of Troy. You go see the story of Troy. Achilles' heel. Samson and Delilah. Who found out his hair was his strength? I'm saying to you, you let a woman in your life who's not a strong representation of where you should be. These are the problems you're going to have. Future tweeting, I'd rather chill out with Jada. Like, is this the woman you want to raise your kids?
Yeah, but look at Future.
Exactly. And Future saying he likes Jada. And that's your wife. That's enough for me to go, later, Jada. Future likes you. I gotta be honest with you. This is mad. Because I love Future. But I know what Future loves.
Yeah.
Do you understand where I'm coming from? That this is bad, bro. But you know what? This is why I'm single.
You know what? For a moment, I contemplated whether he was still doing that thing where he was like kind of in character and not even realizing it. You know, like sometimes some people, yeah, when they're acting and they tap into something that is like super deep. Let's just say, for example, you know, a woman, she might act. Her character has been hard, yeah, and like aggressively, and so they sometimes have to emotionally tap into a certain place to like be this character. And so, you know, I don't know if you ever watched like certain interviews with actors and that, but sometimes they talk about it's very difficult for them to come out of that feeling, considering that they've like been tapped into it for so long. When I saw him up there, I was thinking to myself, I found it very difficult to see it as a genuine act of his true emotions. It was I was looking at it either as this guy is still somewhere in character and has found it difficult to come out of this character. Yeah,
definitely.
Or there's a different type of act. There's a different type of act going on. Do you know what the thing is as well? Yeah, I think this anyway when I see actors accept speeches. I mean, accept awards and then they do a speech. I'm like, you know what? Are you actually giving me the real spill here, or are you just acting? Because you lot are fucking good at it anyway. Sometimes it's difficult to tell whether you lot are telling the truth.
Don't do that.
You lot just come up there and start doing the barling thing. Are you really barling? I seen you barl on camera and you was good at it.
Chuckie, let's tell the truth. Let's tell the truth now. I know 10 man that told me the truth. I know 10 man in my phone book. I don't give a fuck who gets offended. I know 10 man in my phone that told me the truth.
Go on.
I've got about 500 numbers in here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 490 liars. Don't tell me because they're actors they lie.
Yeah.
Niggas lie every single day. People act every single day. I'm going to an event today for Puma, and there's going to be loads of people there that are going to pretend that they like me. Hi, poet. Thank you for being
Big
here.
hugs.
Do you want this? None of you like
Big hugs.
Oh my God, it's so great to see you. When's the last time I saw you? It's the first time I've met you, darling. What are you talking about? So I'm saying we're not going to use that whole he's an actor thing. Nah, because a lot of actors out here. We're just going to say people ain't honest. And when they're backed into the corner to be honest, that's when you find out the testament of a man. And he was backed in the corner. And all he gave me was talks about famous guys and what Denzel Washington said to him. And all I wanted you to do were to Specs, Tiga, and all the filthy fellas is put up your right or your left hand and give me 2 words.
My bad.
That's it! I would have been like, Will, my guy.
Well, anyway, do you know what? I don't really fuck with Denzel like that anyway.
Why?
I keep that 100.
Why?
I don't really fuck with my man.
Talk to me.
Disrespect Daniel like that. No, was it? He didn't disrespect Daniel. Who was it he disrespected?
Who,
again?
Denzel?
Not Daniel. He disrespected...
Was it Denzel or was it someone else like Morgan Freeman?
No, it was Denzel.
Don't say that. I'm done with him.
What's his name? What's my man's name in Snowfall? My brother, the black handsome Don.
You're disrespecting.
Not my brother.
Yes.
Not Damson.
Damson.
We're not taking it. We stand with Damson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
DSS all day, but
Right?
Damson,
I
Daniel.
stand with my man.
No, I
Talking
stand with
about
Damson.
my man disrespecting Damson.
What did he say? Make sure you know you got it right. Because I like
Man was
Damson.
asking him about Damson, yeah, and he was acting like he didn't know who he was. Yeah?
Oh, I heard
Then he was like on a vibe of trying to little man him on a thing of, you know, if you want to be. I can't remember what he
like
said.
basically-
All I'm saying is I didn't like the spice in my
What did he
man's
say? What did he say?
tone.
What did he say?
He said something
Find it.
along,
Find it.
I'll find it, but along the lines of
I didn't like the tone and the spice in
like, he needs to
Denzel's
work-
voice.
He needs to work harder or needs to like do more to be known or something.
No,
along
but he
those
didn't
lines.
say it like that.
He didn't
All
say
right,
like
watch
that,
this.
but
Watch
along
this.
the
Watch
lines
this.
of-
Watch this.
Find it.
No, don't even find that. Type in the worst state to live in America.
What? Mississippi?
No. Type it in. The worst state to live in America.
Alabama?
We're getting closer though, because I know you know what it is. Keep going, my brother. Type in the worst state to live in. I saw it the other day.
Massachusetts?
I hope it hasn't changed. Otherwise, this whole joke is ruined.
Is it on Google?
Big man, if you haven't found it,
Massachusetts?
let me go right now. Worst state.
Virginia?
Worst state in America. What's number one?
Washington.
So Denzel, your blood clot. I'm gonna chat about Damson Idris. You're the worst state to live in. How
yeah.
dare you get
I
on
hear you
Damson
loud.
like that? And the killer is Denzel. I love you. You said so many important things. I want you now, Denzel. I doubt you'll do it because you've had the same woman for years. I want you to put up your right hand.
My
My
bad.
bad.
Said that he auditioned for the role as your son, Damson Idris. He said he auditioned to portray your son on Fences, and he is constantly compared to you and went viral last week for impersonating you. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like he's one of the leaders of this new
Pull it by the mic.
Renaissance in TV and film?
Who you talking about?
Damson Idris from Snowfall. He is the.
All right,
Seem like he doesn't
pause. I'm looking at the wrinkles in his face. He might not know.
You gotta know who he is.
What show? Snowfall?
They compare Damson to Denzel all
You don't know who
the
that
time.
is?
Well, when off
No
record,
disrespect, dancing. No disrespect, dancing.
off record, I'm gonna put
You can't.
on.
No, there was more. There's the next one.
Big one, is that what you gave me? Because that's not enough for me to get on him.
No,
Right
there's a
now, I
next
feel
one.
bad.
There was the next one.
I just know
I'll
that
find the other
personally,
one.
I'm not
Let me
having
go and see
no
if
one
I
get
can
on
find
Daniel or Damson.
Either
Yeah.
way, I didn't like it. I'll find it.
Do you know what?
But
Why do I
I'll
care about
find
the truth? Not right now. I'm sticking with.
I'm riding with Damson.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah?
I saw Damson
Someone
2016.
asked him again, but yeah, go on.
2016 flipping wireless, yeah. I cannot lie to you. The guy looked like a star then. I looked at his face and said, yeah. Mad
Yeah,
thing.
his
Mad thing.
skincare regime is a mad thing.
His skincare route. Listen, I want to steal all of it. Shout out Damson, shout out Daniel.
Have you got howlers?
Is the sky blue?
Oh, yes.
I hope it's the one I found today.
Fam.
I hope it's that one I found today.
There's a couple that I've only got the things. I've got two because I didn't know which direction to
fine.
go with this.
Do your thing.
But I tell you what, I sent some to Chuckie, as you know. I always send them to Chuckie.
I didn't see this.
Didn't you?
No.
Of course, I sent them to you, man. All right, so the first one, yeah, man. How can I pretend I don't have the howlers? Now, people, I just want to let you know, man. Looking after children is very difficult.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Shout out all the, the responsible mothers out there. Shout out all the responsible fathers. Shout out all the independent individuals that are self-reliant and self-sufficient. Because if you're a self-sufficient individual, what you're doing is you're teaching your children that you come in this world by yourself, you leave by yourself. So always make sure you have yourself. Does everyone feel like that? Apparently Blac Chyna doesn't. Blac Chyna had something to say. First of all, I don't even know any Chinese people that derive. There's any black people that derive from China in the first place. So calling yourself Blac Chyna to me was a little bit of a howler. Then the amount of work you had on your face, you don't even look Chinese no more. You might have to change it to Black Vietnam because right now you are not looking Chinese, big man. Blac Chyna had this to say. Yesterday I had to give up 3 of my cars, my reasons, my roles, my beliefs, being a single mother, no support, I'm a mama. Say it twice, so good, said it twice, mama. Now this is my problem with the situation. Everything you've said there is probably truth. But this is where none of you lot are getting away with it no more. We're not being evasive. You hear that, people? We're not being evasive. What didn't you mention? That's the most important thing. Not what you say, what you didn't say.
Right.
Is it related? Are they cousins? Are they brothers? Is it the son? You let me know. Rob Kardashian had this to say. She said, single, no child support. No child support. Rob said, I pay 37k a year for my daughter's school. I handle every single medical expense. I pay all her extracurriculum activities. I have my daughter from Tuesday to Saturday. Why would I pay child support? Laugh out loud. And then I go, but Chyna, you have 2 picnic. Tiger came across and said, I pay 40. Rob, how are you saving 3k? And I look after my children for the same time as you. Now, this is all I'm going to say, Blac Chyna, moving forward. If you want child support for looking after your kids for 2 days a week, you need to go back to year 3, and that's a primary school in this country, and you need to educate yourself. So therefore, when you come out, you might have a bit of emotional intelligence along with normal intelligence. Sure. Because for me, this is one word. It's what wolves do. Howler! It's a howler. It stinks. I can smell it from here. Blac Chyna, move to Asia, never come back to America. And furthermore, I'm taking your blackness from you. You are now just Chyna. That is a stinker.
That's mad.
Chuckie, what is that?
I thought that she hit the belly. You what? She got a Kardashian and a tiger. You know what? Go and get yourself a safari. You might be all right.
More animals. More animals. It's bad enough you got a tiger. Now you want to get a safari. Let's see how you deal with that. Now the next one for me, let me find it. It's particularly smelly. I've consistently said on this show many a times, why would you join the police force? Why would you join the police force?
Yes.
That hurt.
And
that one stung.
Yeah, don't jump. Listen,
That
on
did
camera.
still.
I can scream afterwards. How? You hit me? How the fuck are you? Wet and bare things. Look, what I'm saying to you, I always say, why would you join the police force? And people, I think, have said like, oh, that's an ignorant comment. My thing is this: if there's institutional racism within the country, and you work to serve and protect this country, and the country you're protecting houses, jewels, and loads of other things that belong to other countries, Commonwealth, and you are protecting that. Understand you're serving, protecting the people that you should be actually helping. So therefore, being a police officer within this country is a fucking idiotic thing. I don't care if you like it or not. Why would you serve and protect people? If I went to go and attack the Queen and take the jewels back that belong to Africa, you would have to arrest me. Is that right? Anyway, I hate
It doesn't
being
mean
wrong.
that they would though.
Oh, they would arrest me. They have no choice, otherwise they get fired. And they become a police officer to obey the law. And the law isn't about what's right. It's about what's the law in this country. And if I go and attack the Queen to take the jewels back to Africa, I'm in the wrong. And in life, under the eyes of God, that's wrong. So you're either going to do what man does, you're going to do what God does. So if you're a police officer, unfortunately, you got to do what man does. So God doesn't come into that. I don't want to be right, Chuckie. I just am sometimes. But staying with this police officer,
Go on.
because I think he had a stinker, a massive stinker. He's decided to masturbate in the park.
You what?
Now, it was daytime. It was a park. And he's meant to be serving, protecting. I'm such a prick because guess what? The other day, maybe a year ago, the police officer put all my brethren's info on the internet. His address, his full name, everything. So here's what I'm saying now, your backside. Here's your fucking number. How about that? 7131.
Oh, that's who's
Metropolitan Police, you dirty bastard. Furthermore, I'm going to retweet the video on the day that this comes out. The visual comes out. So if anybody goes, who is Poe talking about? Don't worry, I favorited that
makes sense
blood
now.
clot. Chuckie, look at this guy in the park. Instead of catching criminals,
It's gone now.
no, it's not for me. Instead of catching criminals, instead of stopping stuff, instead of helping people, he is out here wanking in the park.
Rewind it a bit.
He's shoulder shaking in the park.
No, with the garments on.
Yeah, bro.
Who's that to? Rose Monroe? It better be.
Oh no. He's outside as well, you know.
Wanking in the park.
He's chilling on the bench, bro. The technique's crazy.
Wanking in the park. You couldn't wait to go home. It's a fam. Do you know what? Now I realise, Chuckie, you were right. That looks about 2:33 p.m. How the hell are you wanking at 2:30 a.m. 2:30 p.m.
Do you know what is even more this is not even more disturbing, but it was like, where was he gonna put the nut? Because
On the grass.
he's sitting in a position where he could just bust on the garment. What do you say? You're gonna bust on the outfit?
That is
Tell them it's
disgusting.
mustard or something.
Huh?
Tell them it's mustard or something.
Oh, so that's my two highlights.
That's problematic.
That is a joke, fam. And you know what? I was gonna find other howlers, but I couldn't. I did look
So
for them.
we're back next week anyway.
We're
So-
back next week, and more people are gonna get. Oh, should I give it to myself?
Why? Why?
It was a couple of weeks ago. I basically said Bourne is from Merseyside. It's actually from Nottingham. So that's a slight howler from me.
Didn't you correct that already?
Did I?
I swear you did.
So I got no howler. Still
Yeah,
not.
you did.
I'll
You
have a
did.
howler
I'm
soon,
sure
man.
you did.
We all have howlers, man. I'm going to have a howler soon. But yeah, that's my howlers for this week. Metropolitan Police, stop wanking in the park. It makes me sick. And Blac Chyna, big man. Do you know what my mum said
Go
to
and
me
get
when I
yourself a
was...
safari, man. You'll be all right.
My mum said something even more to me. She said to all my friends, you got an NI number and you want money? Fine, I work.
Right.
Blac Chyna, fine, I work.
How old are the youths now?
They're big youths. I don't know how old they are, but I see them sitting down smiling and holding conversation. These are big youths.
Right. Work on Monday. Yeah. At what? 10 till 2. You can find a little something that can. You understand what I'm saying? You must have some resources in that will pattern you up a young 17.50 an hour on it. You understand what I'm saying?
And gal with that type of attitude, I'll ask you one blood clot question. If you love your son, ask yourself, would you want your son to bring you home?
Daughter.
Goodbye.
Oh shit.
Well, the fact that she has her kid for 2 days a week, she should be paying child support, technically.
Say that again?
Let's not get into that. Because you know one thing the world don't really want? Do you know, I'm not even going to talk about it this week, but you know what one thing the world don't really want?
What? Honestly.
Equal rights. They don't want it.
I'm telling you.
They pretend they want it. They don't want it. Why? Because they're not honest. Because I spoke to someone today that said to me, if you took me out for dinner, you've got to pay for my meal.
You've got to.
Well, I guess equal rights is out the window. The window.
Listen, I'm not ever trying to take anyone out with that have that mentality. I'm going to do it. But if you think that I have to do it, we're not going out. We're not going out. I have to. You're not going to bring this I have to around me.
Chuckie, I said to the girl, people I was speaking to today, that one time I took a girl out for food. But I like going for food. I like company. It's not a date to me, but it was a date to her. Fair enough. So I said, oh, let me test this to see what I go on, because I don't really know about it. I've never been on a date. In my head, I've never been on a date. I've just gone to places and I'm hungry, come with me, or we have big group things. I paid for the food in the quiet, then sat at the table, and towards the end I said, damn it, I ain't got my wallet, you know, babe. She said, what are you going to do?
She start fart.
She said, what are you going to do?
Is that what she said?
I thought we were speaking French. I thought I was going to hear we.
She said, what are you going to do?
I lied to the ladies inside the restaurant and said what I did. What I actually did was, I'm just going to leave, man. She goes, what? I said, I'm just going to leave you, man. You sort it out. And I bust out. She was panicking for time before I texted her and said, it's paid for, man. See you later. And then she goes to me, oh, why did you do that for? I said, oh, it doesn't matter. I'm never going to speak to you again anyway. What are you going to do? Run joke with me. Take your card out. Do something. I go, don't worry, baby. It's taken for.
Couldn't even just do the, you know what? Yeah, fine.
But in the same breath, I've had people take me abroad.
But she might have been broke though.
I've
She
gone
might not
Mauritius
even-
for free.
She might have been broke and not known how to say that she was broke. You know what I'm saying? But do you know what? I mean, if there's ever a guy that you could turn around to and say, you know what, I'm just super low, it's me.
100% me.
You can say to me, look, like I would cover it, but I'm just like, this is really embarrassing, but I'm low. Babes, don't worry about it. It's cool.
And what's that called?
Honesty.
No one wants to be honest. I
What,
know
you're gonna
10
do that-
honest people in my phone.
As soon as it's time to do the split the thing or whatever it may be, gals start fart. They don't want to do it now. Yeah.
The three honest people so far, I'll tell you the other 7, but the 3 honest people on my phone right now I know, Chuckie, Scribs and Whitney. Them are 3 honest people.
Honourable shout out to them. Scribs, man, pull up, man. What go on?
Whitney pull up as well, man.
And
I love
Whitney,
both
of course.
of you, man.
Yeah, Whitney all day.
She's sensational, bro.
Yeah, man. Whitney, pull up, man. Pull up. Yeah? Anyway, listen. Is there anything anyone needs to know about?
There was something I wanted to write down, you know. That's it. So GRM Daily have got their 5 years. The Mercs and Daily Duppies has come out. The Blade Brown K-Trap has come out. Also get their new tape joints called. And Gets' one's come out. I see Scorch has got one, so I'm excited for that as well.
Are they all dropping some, yeah?
Well, Gets has dropped one. Mercson's one was. I haven't seen Mercson's one. I've seen Gets' one. I haven't seen Mercson's one. I haven't seen Blade Brown and K-Trap's one as well. I'm gonna have to watch those as well. But those are out. I would recommend you go and watch those for sure.
Say no more. Alright, have you got anything East Africa?
Yeah, bro. How was that juice? Poet.
Huh?
The juice.
I'm so thirsty. It's just filling a space right now. Give me a little bit. But it's refreshing though. I know that for sure.
This brand here, yeah? What are they called? Who are they?
Just Super Plants.
Just Super Plants. This is sea moss right here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like sea moss. I put it in my smoothies and stuff.
Yeah.
So and it's fresh. Yeah, it's fresh. Honourable shout out to them. Listen, thanks for listening, everyone. Yeah, love. What?